Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Kind of, for one episode at the very least. I have missed the show since I watched the first season almost 2 full years ago now on my channel, and I've just not found the time to get back around to watching season 2. It's just hard to find the time when you're trying to schedule out other shows, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'm sorry. I get messages a couple times a month asking me, when season 2? Are you ever going to do season 2? And the answer is yes, I would like to. I just don't know when. So we're going to watch this one episode today because, well, it kind of stands alone. There's a bit of a controversy with this episode a couple months ago, or rather surrounding Disney concerning the treatment of this episode. If you don't know the story, this was apparently originally intended to be aired in the first chunk of episodes of the second season, but didn't. And we don't technically know the official reason, but word on the street is the kind of going understanding of the situation is that Disney pulled this episode because of its pro-trans themes, as well as covering the topic of trans women in sports, which I'll get to here in a second. And kind of apparently they were waiting to see what the political climate was going to be, basically seeing whether or not Donald Trump was going to be reelected as president. Oops. America kind of did that. So that sucks. So it's unknown what the final fate of this episode is, if it will ever officially see the light of day, but it did leak out after these kind of headlines came out. So I snatched it up as soon as I could, and I've been holding on to it ever since, and I've been wanting to watch it. And so since I'm doing a couple one-offs in this month of April, I figured why not? This would be a perfect time for me to tackle this one. And hey, if you really want me to see Moon Girl season 2 on the channel, if you want to see that soon, let me know in the comments. Be loud about it. Let me know. Yeah, we got to get a little political on this one, folks, because like I said, this is a trans episode, and you honestly probably shouldn't be taking any kind of takes about trans people from a cisgendered dude. So I am going to link to another creator in the description below, Lily Simpson, who has a wonderful series about trans episodes of TV shows, and she did cover this one when the whole controversy was happening a couple months back. So pause the video now, go watch her, watch my video, then go watch her. Just watch her video to get a trans voice on this episode, their takes, everything like that. Because trans people live a life experience that someone like me, can just never really know. Especially, like I said, a cisgender dude, white, heterosexual. I live a place of privilege, basically. That's just how it is in this country, in the world. And I wish it weren't that way. I wish for equality for everybody. But until we get there, people like me need to fight for those that don't have the rights. Trans people, people of color, etc. So myself with trans things, I'd like to think that I hope it's not cringe to call myself an ally, but I'd like to think that I'm constantly learning, constantly bettering myself. I have several trans friends in my both in my IRL circle of friends and in my community who comment on my videos, who are in my Discord server, all sorts of stuff. And I hold all of them very dear, as I would anybody else. To go with the trans women in sports, that whole thing that this episode apparently tackles. Listen, I'm not a super big sports guy, but let's put the argument this way. If you let let's just face it, the shittiest people in our society dictate what a woman is or is not, it kind of opens up the door for them to kind of label anybody else that doesn't match up to their ideal image of what a woman is or should be, and basically just say that they shouldn't belong. Look at the Olympics last year, back in 2024. I believe there was a cisgendered female boxer from Algeria that there was constant posts and outcry for her to be banned from the Olympics because she must be trans. She's not. But it's just something got in these people's ears. Ben Shapiro tweeted about it or some bullshit like that, and there's huge outcry. I think I even saw a post or two about Katie Ledecky, the American swimmer, that she was a man or something, which is gross as fuck. No, stop. Why do you care? And hey, also, there's children who play sports in elementary, middle, high school. And, when you kind of open them up to transvestigations, you have, people obsessing over certain aspects of children's bodies, which is just gross as fuck. Stop doing that. Why do you care? And I saw a post the other day that was something along the lines of, you don't have to be super hard into trans rights to just kind of think, hey, let them live their lives, let them be. And if they want to play sports, just fucking let them. Who cares? So that's kind of where I stand. Trans women are women. Trans rights are human rights. And if you think something differently, if you don't agree with me at all, eat my ass. It's my video. That's how it is. So, hey, I'm just really excited to watch this episode. I'm very curious to see how they tackle the issue, as well as, keeping in mind this is a Marvel superhero show. So kind of balancing those things. Like, yes, there's certain things they tackled in the first season, like gentrification and stuff that you see. Well, I could kind of see how that could work in a superhero aspect, and that particular episode was phenomenal. So I'm really curious to see how they tackle this one. And like I said, I have not seen season 2, so there might be a character or two that I do not recognize. But just bear with me here. I want to watch this one. So anyway, before we start this one, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on this video. I'm really curious to see how this one does when it comes out. I have a history with Moon Girl. Also, this one, I feel like the controversy with this episode has died down a little bit over the past couple months, but I'm still just really curious to see how it does. So leave a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this episode. If you are a trans person watching this, let me know some of your life experience, what I got right, what I got wrong. Like I said, I'm always learning and trying to be better, so let me know how I can do that. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, let me know if you want to see more Moon Girl in the future. And if you're catching this and haven't seen my season 1 Moon Girl reactions, they're about 2 years old. I'm much better now than I was, I think. I revisited one of my older reactions, and I was just kind of like, I'm kind of boring. At least I used to be. I feel like I'm a lot better now, but hey, that's for you to decide, dear viewer. With all that being said, let us start watching Moon Girl Season 2, episode number redacted. The Gatekeeper, it's called. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Huddle up, squirrels. Team, why is today special?
Because it's the regional championships, Captain.
And I
that
think
means all of you, even if you're just on a team for a PE credit.
Yo, that was me in tennis in high school.
Wait, you supposed to be our water girl?
Water girl? I am a hydration engineer.
AKA a water girl.
And I designed the packaging right after I planned your epic gym entrance, complete with the halftime performance.
I miss Lunella and Casey so much.
Who are we playing again?
The Lady Leopards.
Oh, I remember the
Regional
coach.
Champs. Led by Coach Greer, utterly fierce. And her daughter.
I like how
Ella,
the opposing
team
coach
captain,
is
or
getting
she on
the
court.
sort of supervillain intro that we typically get. Oh, they're here. Greer is here.
Who wants orange slices?
Oh, she seems nice.
Would your team like to warm up first?
Yes.
I do like the action shots. Hey, the
Orange
sticker
slices
on
bring me
the
back to
cup.
my soccer days.
Yeah, we've come a long way since 5th grade.
They were the only light. And the
Also, that
darkness
other
of me
character,
became
I'm pretty
voice.
sure that's the character that uses they them pronouns that they called out in the first season.
Boys team?
Boys team. Boys team.
Hold on, see, I completely missed it. I was talking about the other gender non-conforming character that we've gotten. But yeah, I went back and revisited the sleepover episode from the first season because it's the only real episode I can remember Brooklyn being prominent in, where all the volleyball players got like a little title card to introduce them with their pronouns. And I remember in my reaction, I was like, okay, just trying to pay attention to all the pronouns, like not even paying attention to anything. I had no idea this character was trans until all of this. Like I said, she was a very background character until now being focused on here. Also, just in general, since this is leaked content, typically I wouldn't cover something like this, but because it's a big corporation and not like an indie project, I don't feel as bad. But I don't know how strict the copyright's going to be on this one. So I'm going to do my best to put it up kind of like a normal reaction like I do. But if I have to finagle with it a little bit to kind of get it through, I'm sorry. I have a Patreon where this should be uncut. The link is there in the description as well. Forgot to mention that. Oops. Let's get back to it and let's kind of hear the inciting incident here.
Orange slices bring me back to my soccer days. They were the only light in the darkness of me having to play on the boys team.
Okay. That's what it was.
Boys team?
So once again, it's a thing of her being forced to play on the boys' team,
Coach
right?
Trebek, a word, please.
But knowing what their
Okay,
gender
I'm gonna tell
identity
you
is.
something, and it might shock you. Your team captain used to play on a boys' team.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Brooklyn. She's cool though.
A boy. Coach, is something wrong with your eyes?
No, I'm just trying to communicate that what you're saying isn't news and also that I don't care.
Nice. Based
Fair.
fucking coach.
This is a girls' volleyball league. Only girls can play.
Brooklyn is a girl, and she's gonna play.
You don't want to break the rules around me, Herbeck.
Good allyship, coach. Oh.
Go Squirrels!
Oh, I'm so sorry about your coach.
Oh,
Shame
no.
You'll need to forfeit.
Forfeit, not a chance.
Is Lunella gonna be the coach? Yo, bring in Devil.
You need a designated coach.
Got it covered. Officially designated.
Nice.
But you don't need to take this on. Player coach reporting for duty.
Oh,
Those
player
are
coach.
regulation knee pads.
Actually got them from the league for Pride Month.
What's in this?
Water.
Nice. Even though school isn't happening during Pride Month. Nice. All right. Well, we certainly have our inciting incident here. No idea if we're going to get any actual Moon Girl superhero stuff. This might just be a school episode.
What's the deal with Greer?
Yeah, she's acting mad shady towards you. It's just a narrow-minded coach who's doing whatever she can to get me disqualified.
No one tell her I'm non-binary. Her brain might explode.
I'm gonna explode. I just wanna. This isn't right.
So, let's correct it on the court.
Places, everybody. It's showtime.
I'm excited to see this
Hey
big
there,
intro that
squirrels.
Casey's cooked up.
I
Oh,
just
fuck
need to
off.
put
Get
you
out of
with
our
your
locker room.
Player coach.
You can talk to all of us.
It's cool. I got this myself.
Hey, just because you can handle something alone doesn't mean you have to.
Thanks. But this is on me.
So I'm giving you one more chance to do the right thing and sit this one out.
I'm giving you one more chance to shut the fuck up.
Well, if you won't play by my rules, you won't play at all.
Oh. Oh, that's...
Hey, wait.
You know, Karens are kind of horrifying like that.
Ow! How does she even have a key to the locker room?
And how does it lock from the outside only? What?
Presenting your favorite team and mine, the Squirrels! You confetti
About
cannon.
that. Oh, that's not much of a cannon, though. Squirrels? Okay, so is the opposing coach a supervillain? No, it's just the ones who are on there for PE credit. They weren't even in the locker room.
Here's to all the city girls.
Also, I forgot to say, but my tea for tonight is rooibos. Oh, hell yeah, Casey.
Lou,
Did they go through the vent?
Typhosia Jerry?
Or are they in like a different dimension?
Where's your team, sweetheart? I'm afraid that if they're not on the court when the referee...
Yo, are
blows
we
his
gonna get
whistle,
Devil to play
they'll be
volleyball? There's no rule that says a dinosaur can't play volleyball.
Devil, get your big beautiful body over here, toot sweet. The halftime show just became the pregame show.
Nice. I miss Devil. Devil is my favorite boy. Also, yeah, I think they're in another dimension.
Service? No service?
And they can't
Yep,
hear us
yep,
out
because they're
there.
in another dimension. So I wonder if any of them
Greer,
know
she
that
was
she's
holding
Moon
this
Girl.
Key. Something was off about that key.
Because as of the end of the...
Ding, ding, ding.
Beyonder!
Brooklyn's onto something. When a villain's gadgets found their way into a thing you humans call a yard sale, guess who happened to be driving by that day?
Yo, a
This
villain just
funky
down on their
key can
luck.
Lock the door to any room, trapping the people inside in a shape-shifting nightmare. Think of it as an escape room of sorts, but without the free will or group bonding.
Gotcha.
Hello, and welcome to my game. First, kindly look for clues. To get out,
Yo, I love escape
follow
rooms.
my rules.
I've played
Right
every
there,
Resident Evil.
And you will see 20 keys will set you free.
I kind of like that she's not actually a supervillain, but just like has a magical trinket.
We can still make the game. Start by looking for clues. Hit the lights, Ty. Trust me.
Oh. Try every locker in here.
It's a locker combination.
I think it's clear some of the squirrels got cold feet. But it's time to start, and you can't play without a full team.
You need 6 on a team, right? Casey, Devil, the other 2. I don't know who else.
We need to respect the rules and traditions of the home court.
Well,
We cannot start a game without, Oh wait! Everybody do the work!
No, you can never get the full stadium to cooperate, right?
Again!
Nope. I didn't see that one stand up. Start it over. We got
Got
there.
it. Let's do this.
Yo, and all that just for one key? Oh, is it gonna shift the whole room? She did say shape-shifting. Oh, the floor is lava. Literally.
Lava. Cool.
No, not cool, Ty.
Hot. Actually, very hot. Lunella doesn't have any gadgets or anything, does she? Somehow her water bottles are gonna have to come through to save the day, right? Yo, it's like that one level of Yoshi's Island. I just played that on stream the other day.
We got the squirrels. Who's with me? 2 regionals. 2 regionals.
I was gonna say, like the Simon lockers. Oh. They might have a little trauma with their school mascot after this. Oh my, oh no, I'd be fucked for that one. No upper body strength whatsoever. Let me rest. How many more? Oh. Yo, and how exhausted is she going to be after this? She's the one who's... I just realized, like, the whole kind of theme of what was being said before. Brooklyn was saying, this is my, this is my fight to fight. Lunella said, not by yourself, right? I don't want to say that, people like me are needed to help fight, but it certainly does help when, you have a big coalition of cisgendered people allying with, I hope this doesn't sound shitty, right? But like, nothing happens if we don't get a consensus, and we don't get a consensus unless everybody speaks up, right? Both trans and cis, right? I think that's kind of the direction they're going to be going here, because Brooklyn is solving all these puzzles pretty much by herself. Everyone else looks exhausted and wiped, and she's the only one who's like, we're still doing this. We're going to make it to finals or regionals or whatever. It's all her, right? Be curious to see where they go from here, if they kind of follow that same kind of logic I was going with.
We can't start. Not until we do the,
Devil. The boy.
the pregame show. Devil Dinosaur himself is here to sing our school fight song.
Oh, he's gonna sing?
D, I'm gonna need you to vamp like Mariah Carey just found out she's the opening act for Beyonce. Got it?
Oh my. Well, that would be one hell of a show. Like I said before, I miss Devil so much. Such a beautiful singing voice. One more.
20th key. This is it.
No, don't tell me there's going to be 20 more or some shit. We did it? Phoenix Wright? Broke all the psyche locks?
Yes!
I don't think so. No, it's just another version of the locker room.
Are we?
Gosh dang it. I was right.
Hello.
You take
and
those
welcome
oracle
to my
moments, I
game.
guess. It's
Check
this
it out.
exact same as
You must
before.
Follow my rules. Play fair, and you will see 20 keys will set you free.
It's the same struggle over and over again, right?
I think we're back in the first room.
The game reset.
Ah! Come on! Let us out!
Also symbolic, let us out, let us be out and proud, right?
It's like creepy hologram Greer said. To get out, you must follow my rules. I'm trans. My very existence breaks Greer's rules. As long as I'm a member of this team, we'll never escape. This is all my fault.
No. Wow. That like sent chills down my spine. And it's like I was saying before in the intro, you're letting the shittiest people in society legislate what does and does not qualify as a woman, right?
Brooklyn, you don't have to bottle this up and take it on all alone.
It's just, how many doors? How many doors do I have to break through until they stop locking me out?
Wow.
Then let us support you the way you support us.
I don't want to be a burden.
But we want to
Exactly
help,
how I
right?
felt when I asked people to use different pronouns for me. Was that a burden?
Of course not. We're here for you.
Yeah, Brooke.
Let us step up for you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Aw.
Brooke. We're here.
That was really sweet.
Still, There's nothing we can do.
Gotta get out of the room, right?
But the one Greer's playing is rigged. We can't win. And that just gets me just really angry. Ah!
Oh?
I'm sorry.
Glitch in the
No,
Matrix?
I think you're onto something.
Righteous anger?
We've been trying to play by the rules, but when the game is rigged, that doesn't work. So
We make our own rules. Instead of playing the game, we have to break through this whole system.
Hell yeah. Oh, I thought we were gonna get like a... I don't know if they do the tape deck, like, color swapped
let's turn
musical
this
numbers.
room into a race room.
Like, for a season 1 episode, that would have been the perfect time for the tape deck to come in, right?
Oh, no.
What's going on, Mom? Where are the rest of the squirrels?
Don't worry about it, Bella.
Wait, what is that?
And additionally, also... Oh.
Please don't blow that whistle. Bella?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Not as good as a hot dog, but he'll take
Fair
it.
game, which is exactly why I pushed to disqualify that former boys soccer player. They wouldn't listen to me, so I handled it.
Yeah, and that's also... Okay, all right. I'm just going to stop here just because, you know, if they say that a trans woman playing on a girl's team isn't a fair fight, what is this then but not a fair fight by not letting them try at all, right? It's like literally like... I don't want to like equate the two together because I think they're both... I think one is a bullshit fallacy and the other is just straight up cheating with supernatural means. But when you compare the two, like... it's hypocritical of her to say the one thing and then act the other way, right? So, at the very least, we're seeing some pushback from her daughter who just wants to play the game, and you're having the mom be like a, you know, I feel like so much of this fight is like once again, the shitty right-wingers that you see crowing on television about it, right? It's more so probably an issue with the parents than it is with the kids who probably just don't give a fuck and just want to play, right? We'll see how this ends.
I see it! I see the real door!
Not without us.
We all go together?
Your team is stepping up for and with you, Brooklyn. Let
Hell yeah.
us.
Okay, but we're not diving into an unknown void without a pump-up song.
Oh yeah, we are getting it. Yeah, there's the color swap. Ooh, little 8-bit versions. Oh, this is cool. Oh, now it's like an RPG. Nice. They all have 40 HP. See, they're all the same, right? The monster's like, wait. These are speedrun exploits. Dangerous to go alone. Take this. Nice. Zelda reference. Yeah, also the trans colors on the volleyball. I see it. Yo, those shots were animated really well. Titus ain't got shit on this.
Call off the game! They don't even have a full team!
Ref, I suspect foul play.
That's crazy!
We made it. Bitch. Everyone in the crowd's like, oh thank God, but I kind of don't care about the game anymore. I'm just tired as hell.
That's an entrance.
She's just gonna explode.
Doesn't matter how many doors people like you slam in my face. With my fight, plus my crew backing me up, I'm always gonna find my way out.
Then, I mean, they still play the game, right?
I know some very important people. I could have your certification revoked.
Oh, we get 2 student coaches. Nice. They shake hands and say, let's have a good game.
Always.
Yeah. I hope they still win. I hope it's not like after all that they end up losing. Or maybe we just never see and the episode ends like right here. Aw, and look how happy she is. See? Once again. Okay, so we don't actually know who wins. It doesn't really even matter, right? Because either way, like, you know, it feeds into one narrative or the other, no matter the outcome of the game. The most important thing is she got to play. And like I said, whatever makes people happy, let them do it if it's not hurting anybody. And look, like, that last shot of her, just like that, just that look of serenity and like peace and happiness on her face. She's in her element. That was a great episode. There's no Moon Girl in the episode whatsoever. I do like, you know, with a show like this, you really have to change up the formula of how you present like villains and situations and scenarios and everything. But I want to say, maybe not in that one sleepover episode, but for the most part, every other episode I think had Lunella change into Moon Girl to a certain extent, right? There was no gadgets, no Moon Girl, no anything. But I think that's also kind of the point, right? Like about how everyone, the coalition of people, need to band together to support the trans people in their lives, trans rights in general, all that kind of stuff. You don't want to present that with like as being like a superhero thing, like only a superhero with like gadgets and powers and stuff. I mean, not even that Lunella has powers, right? You know, you don't want to present that as something only a superhero can do, because it's something all of us can do, right? All of us can come together to support our friends, to support our loved ones, everything. So in hindsight, I think it was a good choice. I think, you know, given the circumstances and the topic, I think that was and see, once again, this is coming from a cisgendered guy, that was about as good representation as I think one could maybe get. Like I said, I'm really curious to watch that Lily Simpson video after this. Please, once again, link to that in the description. Go watch that video. I'm sure she does a great job breaking this episode down and will give lived trans experience and takes on it. But as far as myself watching it, you know, I agreed with the sentiments within it. I thought it was very well presented. And even some of the things like I was starting to pick up on that I paused to kind of say is exactly how the episode went, right? I think it was great. I think it's a cowardly move of Disney to keep this on the shelf, you know, just because, you know, I'm going to probably paste the Alex Hirsch tweet here. What is it? Disney in public. Like, oh, what is it? We put a pride sticker on Lightning McQueen, but Disney in private, make it less gay. And that's, you know, exactly what Disney's doing here, right? I feel like that tweet is evergreen and will be relevant probably for the rest of time. None more so than today, right now. But yeah, that was a good episode of television. I just miss Moon Girl so much. Just watching that just made me happy. Like, ooh, I miss this show. I want to watch more of it. So yeah, so just, hey, let me know if you want to see the rest of season 2, because I'd love to watch it. I know where we last left Lunella at the end of season 1 was not here, not at the school. So I knew they weren't going to have a full season of her like in another dimension or wherever she ended up. But you know, glad to see that she's somewhat back to normal, right? Back with her friends, and glad that her friendship with the volleyball team still continued. Glad Casey is still a real one. Glad Devil is still Devil. Though I would have really liked to see Devil playing basketball. A little Air Bud reference. There's no rule that says a dinosaur can't play basketball, because I think the writers probably could have done something with that as well, like with a dinosaur playing, like it's to say like, hey, who gives a shit who's playing the game, right? Anyone can play if it makes them happy or anything like that. But I can also see why they wouldn't want to do that because of how pointed and laser focused the message of the episode was. But they're smart writers. They constantly blow me away with the quality of the writing on the show. So I think they could have worked in some kind of a reference to that to further kind of drive the point home. And at the very least, I hope this episode, people that saw it, people who learned about it, came to, and see, this is why I think it's so cowardly of Disney to kind of shelf this and just not air it. Because there's so many people, like in season 1, the episode of Lunella kind of coming to accept her hair as a black girl. I came away from that episode thinking, like, as a kid, I never saw shit like that, right? The cartoons never had people of color in main character positions, hardly ever girls in main character positions. So we never would have got messages like that when I was a kid. And I was just so glad that people growing up now have access to shows like this, that they can see themselves in the characters, because representation is so important. So the power that an episode like this could have, if, you know, aired on TV, on Disney Plus, wherever, where it could be seen by people, I think could really help shape some young minds in a positive direction, and that they could learn from it, and that they could, you know, treat those around them better for it, with it. So, hey, all we can hope for is this episode does end up getting a release in some form or fashion. It'd be weird. Maybe they air it in other regions, but not the United States. I don't know. It's so fucking weird. Just release the damn episode, Disney. Like, we don't usually have to deal with this shit with Disney. Usually it's Warner Brothers that's holding shit back and not releasing stuff and canning stuff, canceling stuff, tax write-offs and all that. But here it's Disney doing it. And yes, we know that Moon Girl is basically over after this next batch of episodes that are coming out. But for fuck's sake, give us the episode, man. Like I said, I'm glad that this leaked. I'm glad that I did get to see it. I'm glad that, you viewer got to see it as well. Other people who got to download it, watch it online, had, Barbra Streisand effect, right? They wanted to quietly put this away, and it caused like big headlines, and a lot of people found out about it and probably thought about Moon Girl, if not for the first time ever, for the first time in a while, right? I mean, I know I certainly, watching other shows, just saying like, oh, I'll get to it eventually, renewed my interest in wanting to watch the show. So thanks for that, I guess. Small silver lining. I made a video about it where I hopefully didn't sound like an absolute buffoon. Like I said, I'm doing my best. I'm always constantly learning. So if I worded something poorly or didn't get a point across the way I wanted it to exactly, it wasn't my intention to offend anybody, and just be nice to me in the comments, please. Unless you're a hateful bigot, in which case, fuck right off. Take it easy, everybody. The rest of you, the good ones. I'll see you in another video. Like I said, like and subscribe, leave a like on your way out. Let me know if you want more Moon Girl. I'll see you later. Take it easy, everybody.